Hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Hold on, let me say my prayer. Let this transmission be for the wellness and balance and upliftment for all beings, all things. As we are the infinite dimensions within and beyond, God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in evolution, to grow and evolve into greater conscious awareness, to the fact, to the notion of our existential fundamental nation that we are celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, or infinite dimensions manifested as infinite dimensions, truly one, manifested as many dimensions, infinite dimensions. You are tuned in to Kingdom Things podcast with myself, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I'm a channel for the divine. I'm a channeler for the divine. I heal through the inner space, deep dive in my inner space. Heal through the inner space and garner wisdoms. We call this healing shadow work, or atonement, or facing the self, or utilizing principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in my reality is a mirror of me. We are one with everything in our reality. This brings me to the call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as a greater conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials? Why our, Ashley? We're in an experience of the cosmos. A galactic experiment of the cosmos, of the galaxies. The cosmos, the galaxies, planetary living, biological species beingness, as we are a biological and beyond species of the cosmos, of the galaxies. All of these paradigms are one or many of infinite paradigms, and these infinite paradigms we most commonly call God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. We are the divine evolution, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. In evolution, the way we show up as biological and beyond. Why beyond, Ashley? Because we are the ethers. We are infinite sentience, or quantum mechanics, or dark matter, or the vibrations and frequencies in which form and make shape and evolution and growth. Existence, beingness. Call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into a greater conscious awareness of our limitless potentials? We are truly one in our infinite dimensions. We have this experience of individuality as being beings of the cosmos, awakening from a dream, an illusion or illusionary separation from the divine, from our infinite potentials. Within the podcast, I channel healing frequencies and messages from the soul space, healing from the soul space, channeling healing frequencies and messages from the soul space, and share within the podcast to assist as we're all awakening and growing, evolving into alignment, frequential alignment. The frequency we align to vibrates to our existence, our cells activating our DNA, genome, to remembrance that we are celestial wisdoms of divine evolution, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Do not replace your medical advice with anything you experience or hear within the podcast. Like, subscribe, share if you're watching on YouTube. Like, follow, share if you're watching on Spotify. To help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast with myself, Ashley-Nicole Phillips, journey as we journey into greater remembrance, greater embodiment, greater alignment, to the remembrance that we've always been tandem with the cosmos, always been tandem with divine evolution, always been tandem with our infinite nature. With God, Allah, Shekinah, from Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, from Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask your soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, greater conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials? Wait for the answers, because they will come. Your lingo with the universe is most likely unique to yourself. More. High voltage frequencies coming in. Divine remembrance is coming in. My inner space, I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm crying, I'm wailing. We're staying heart-centered to allow these energies, frequencies to channel through, to be divine remembrance for our biology, our mind, body, soul, and spirit. Remembrance that we are the divine in evolution. You're welcome likewise, and thank you. Thank you. Your lingo with the universe is most likely unique to yourself. More validate yourself in your knowings, whether it's a synesthesia or a multidimensional experience that doesn't have a finite definition to it. More. Blessings and wellness. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Sadhguru. Sadhguru was just stopping in. He says it was hard for him to believe that that I was carrying this frequency. I was channeling the frequency for the collective, for this collective rising. So you're just stopping in, and I was made consciously aware. So he's like, you can share, Ashley. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love and wellness, love and wellness. You're welcome, likewise. Thank you. Your lingo with the universe is most likely unique to yourself. More the more, validate yourself in your knowings. Whether your multidimensional communication with the ethers, the cosmos, the self, the divine, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Most High is doesn't have a definitive definition like claircognizant, clairaudience, clairvoyance. Again, if it's a synesthesia, some many dimensions I'm perceiving. Whether it's synesthesia, I'm trying to stay focused and grounded. Whether it's synesthesia, and channel this transmission. Whether it's like a synesthesia where it's many dimensions, validate yourself in your knowings, so that you become more confident, more joy to blossom back into the limitless wellness, balance, potentials in which you've always been, we've always been, as celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, and evolution. Or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, and evolution. I got some really cool divine remembrances yesterday. Correspondence, Ashley, communication. Yes, we're in this space-time paradigm, understanding our space-time channeling etheric beings, etheric presence. Understanding our space-time paradigm has always been one with the infinite. And we can dip in and out of space-time as we do all day, every day. Our conscious awareness of this is what changes. I remember growing up in school, I was in middle school, and the class was having a conversation about how it felt like time was speeding up. It's like this year is flying by fast, and I feel like we can all relate to this. Oh, this year is fine. It's already July. It's already August. This year is flying by fast. The ethers, the universes, the beings and dimensions beyond space-time, still right here in space and time, say, hey, humanity, hey, galactic beings of the cosmos, lead a more intentional, slow-paced existence as we are gleaning, so you can glean and remember and embody the divinity in which we've always been, you've always been, we've always been. You're welcome and thank you. You're welcome and thank you. So yesterday, this is a channel message from etheric presence, and thank you, etheric beings of the cosmos and beyond, and thank you. Thank you. About being able to dip in and out of space and time. It's like I was on Instagram scrolling through reels, and there was a reel about these multidimensional presences, beings, and it was like a government declassified account. Cool. And these beings were like, yeah, we're from. They're like, we exist beyond the limits of space and time. So, like, what I perceived when I was watching the reel is I perceived the beings, like I could perceive them sharing the wisdoms, like we can dip into space time, and when we're outside of space and time, there's infinite limitless potentials, right? We can dip into space time and we can align with y'all story. We can understand and perceive and align or interact with y'all storylines, y'all sagas that you exist to share, to demonstrate the dimensionality that is God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Which brings us to mass open disclosure. Yesterday, when I was in the kitchen cooking, by the way, my cooking show, Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, is available to stream on YouTube. link below in the description of this video. I was cooking my Southern American dinner. I'm 32 years old, and I had yet to cook a Southern American dish. And then I finally did it last night. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube and Spotify. Not Spotify. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. I'm going through some deep healing right now. Why were you running from cooking a Southern American meal, Ashley? I was running from myself, or the self, or the dimensions in which I manifested as a Black woman of the Southern America, south of the United States of America. These dimensions that I manifested as to show to divine evolution, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, dimensions of our dimensionality. I was running from myself. It's like there is a stereotype of Black women and a Black women of the United States of America, like having an attitude, popping off, being feisty, being angry, being combative. And I was running from these dimensions of myself, the self, understanding these paradigms come to the light, not for us to deny them, but for us to atone with them. Like, okay, like there's a lot, I keep on confronting this, people saying this about Black women of the United States of America. What is it trying to teach me about myself? Because we curate and we identify as these personas that manifest how we show up in every moment. And sometimes these personas are contrasts or juxtaposed to paradigms of our reality that are trying to show us different dimensions of ourselves, not for us to run from them, but for us to garner the wisdoms from them. I say atone with it, like ask the soul, hey, so what is this paradigm of Black women being angry and combative trying to teach me about myself? Let me be the wisdoms, let me be the wellness, so we can grow and evolve out of this as a collective, something the whole collective, however you identify or however you manifest, whether you're a Black woman in the United States of America or not, let us all be the wisdoms from this paradigm, this evolution, being the wisdoms from this paradigm, this evolution. A combative Black woman. Angry Black woman, mad Black woman. So that's why I was running from. Now I know it was super subconscious. Now I know that's why I was running from making a Southern American meal. I'm 32 and I just made my first Southern American meal by myself last night. Again, Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. It's gonna be in the reels. I'm sorry, the shorts, YouTube shorts, because I made it a shorts version edition of Magic Meals. We made fried chicken, candied sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese, baked beans. No, the baked beans came from a can. We didn't make those from scratch. We made the fried chicken from scratch. We made the macaroni and cheese from scratch. We made the candied sweet potatoes from scratch. And I was atoning with a lot of things, like diet, because everything on that plate is starch. Everything on the plate is starch. So I was atoning with diet. But look, this is my soul. Let me see this, because I follow my heart space guidance and I set intentions. Okay, I needed to cook that. I was guided to cook the Southern American dish finally. Southern American meal finally. Like I knew I needed to do that to atone. And what did I find out? I found out I was running from my combative nature. Even though I see I like to present as a sweet, nice person. Like you have a combative nature. Actually, that's why the realm keep on screaming at you. Hey, angry Black women exist. Black women of the United States of America that angry, for you to atone with it, not to deny it, but atone with it. And that goes for everything, every paradigm, atone with it, so we can see our wholeness, or perceive how we've always been one with the ethers, one with intergalactic, galactic intelligence or other beings, races, species of the cosmos and beyond. Our perception of the cosmos or God's creation. So like the dark matter, I channeled through the soul space, like dark matter is infinite, it's infinite potentials. And the way we perceive dark matter is a projection of our conscious awareness of ourselves, or divine evolution, or dimensions. And our understanding that our conscious awareness of ourselves and divine evolution is us manifesting, projecting our offering to the evolution of all things, or the evolution of God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. As we perceive, the way we perceive ourselves, our conscious awareness of ourselves co-creates our conscious awareness, co-creates our evolution, our reality. And this is how the divine learns about itself. By the way we show up, the way we evolve. Every being, species, thing, which is tandem with the tapestry of divine evolution of celestial galactic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, paradigms beyond celestial galactic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, within celestial galactic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. You're welcome likewise. Yes, you're welcome likewise, and thank you. So I was atoning with this while I was cooking my meal, and I got correspondence from the Galactic Federation of Light, galactic beings, that they're tandem with the Galactic Federation of Light. Why just tandem? I got nervous. All is well. The reason why I got nervous, like these beings I was channeling, they're tandem with the Galactic Federation. Like, I mean, they correspond with the Galactic Federation of Light, versus like, oh yeah, we are members of the Galactic Federation of Light. That made me nervous. I had to deep dive into energies, and it's about living a more slow paced, intentional existence, reality, to consciously show up in reality. You know, we pray for wellness and balance to be the wisdoms, the divine, the cosmos, the wellness that is all beings, all things, says, hey, we no longer have to mirror back imbalances to God's creation. We can be the wisdoms. It's time to be the wisdoms. And I channeled these understandings. King of Things podcast installment titled Lyran Kingdom. You're welcome and thank you. Yes, and thank you. Lyran Kingdom Resurrect. Lyran Kingdom Resurrect. I channel the Lyran Kingdom. They're like dimensions of y'all's infinite dimensions that procreated your existence. Is us projecting ourselves, our energy, in a nuclear fission style, or in many parts, so we could perceive ourselves in many more parts. They're like, it's time for y'all to be the wisdoms from y'all's many parts and no longer be imbalances. To be the wellness, to be the divine remembrance that we are God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. In evolution, we are celestial galactic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, or wellness, peace, harmony, balance, unconditional love in our many dimensions. Being indifferent to differences in the way that we ask for the wisdoms from differences versus fighting or running from differences. Lyran Kingdom Resurrect is linked below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips installment. So these beings I was channeling right now, they're like, yeah, we're adjacent to the Galactic Federation of Light, but I can kind of perceive an energy of being rogue. Being rogue. You're like, we will watch movies about the government and stuff, and they'll be like the government, and baby, we turn on the TV and watch the Congress special committee hearings, and you'll hear about how the government has secret programs and things of this nature that the masses the collective doesn't know about. And these secret programs are ran by that the collective doesn't know about. I was multidimensionally communicating with beings last night, multidimensional beings, and they just said we're adjacent to Galactic Federation of Light. I sense the energy of being rogue. So let me share this insight that I got before I started this transmission. So I was having a multidimensional communication with my divine counterpart, Twin Flame, and he was apologizing because he had a bout of Satori, or divine remembrance, of the value in what I do, what I've been doing, as far as healing through the inner space, living a more slow-paced, intentional lifestyle, praying and meditating, healing through the inner space, and sharing the remembrances in the podcast. He can perceive the value in what I do, because we were watching Next Level Soul podcast with Sadhguru. Was being interviewed by Alex, the podcast host. And Sadhguru was sharing about how now is, the quickening of our energy, higher vibrations, and how, we're all going to feel in our own way. But more and more, we're all awakening to remembrance that we are the divine evolution. We're all healing through the inner space to awaken to remembrance that we are the divine evolution. And everywhere that we show up, whatever part we're playing in the saga of divine evolution, dipping down into space-time, manifested as beings of the cosmos on a planet, which is really a realm connected to infinite dimensions, every dimension of God's creation. Everywhere that we show up in our stories, our evolution, we are God, the divine evolution. We are figuring balance. We are figuring wellness. Our conscious awareness of this, subconsciously, we're infinitely knowing. Our conscious awareness of this is what grows and evolves. We're all growing and evolving into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of how we are the divine evolution. And our stroke or our persona, our my, is a pigment on the stroke of the canvas of infinite pigments, on the canvas of infinite existence. Our I am is a remembrance that we're one with all of the pigments. We're one with the canvas. The journey of divine evolution is growing and evolving into greater intimacy of our oneness, our unity, or perceiving ourselves and more of our infinite nature. So where we get into awakening at the DNA genome level to multidimensional faculties, synesthesia, claircognizance, clairaudience, clairvoyance, multidimensionality. So I was having the multidimensional communication with my divine counterpart, Twin Flame, and he was like, Ashley, I'm sorry. He's like, how do you feel? He was like, how have you been feeling doing all this? And all I could hear, what I heard clairaudiently was Lil Wayne's lyric from his song, Mr. Carter. I've been hustling hard. That's what I heard internally. I've been hustling hard. Now, before I awakened, I listened to a lot of Lil Wayne. I listened to a lot of hip hop music. Mainly Lil Wayne, Drake, other artists too, but other artists as well. But I as far as the whole album, the whole album's rappers, I was only listening to Lil Wayne and Drake, the whole album. Buying the albums and listening to the whole albums, I was only listening to Lil Wayne and Drake. Full circle moment, it was divine intervention to help grow and evolve me into this point. And as we know, Drake and Lil Wayne, they have soul ties that help grow and evolve them in who they are in this moment. And as we all are truly soul ties, as our stroke and pigments on the canvas of divine evolution co-creates how each of us shows up in every moment, or we co-manifest each other's existence. Our conscious awareness is what changes. We come into manifestation because we need each other to grow and evolve into our dharmic purpose or remembrance that we are the divine evolution. Irregardless of what it looks like, how we manifest, understand we are figuring balance and wellness subconsciously. Our conscious awareness is what changes. I say subconsciously because you might think rappers, hip hop, that's devil's juice. That's bad. They curse. They're vulgar. They're profane, and they're the divine as well. The divine. Somebody has to show the divine that the divine has those dimensions in itself, so we can be the wisdoms from it. No longer self-war, no longer self-battle, no longer self-annihilate. As hip-hop rap is a sport of high competitive nature, and that high competitive nature was a self-war when we didn't understand that we're only fighting ourselves because we are the divine evolution in our infinite dimensions, our infinite people, our billions, trillions, infinite beings of the cosmos. And I was actually listening to, because I'll atone with this. Now do I listen to do I listen to hip hop music? Really any music at all for just joy and entertainment? No, I don't. Because the ethers, Our future selves were like, we utilized music to keep y'all soul amnesia, entertainment. We utilized music to keep y'all soul asleep while we needed to observe what we look like, what we did, how we showed up, how we manifested with a dormant soul, a forgetfulness that we're one with the divine, an illusion of the separation from infinite dimensions. Which brings me to, I channel, because I healed through the inner space, and I was given the insight from our future selves, 2033 and beyond human beings of planet Earth, which are more mastered, more aligned with the remembrance that we're one with all beings, all things, or more mastered, more aligned, more embodied in celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness frequencies. And they're like, y'all's dimensions of y'all's co-creation, procreation, is the fact that y'all are a projection from us, your future selves. It's a modality that beings of the cosmos use, colonies and beings of the cosmos use all the time, to put our energy under a microscope, magnifying glass, to sort out our imbalances or become more insightful, more consciously aware of our existential, fundamental, infinite nature. So our future selves are like, hey, we project y'all into that realm as an experiment of the cosmos to put our energy under a magnifying glass. What do we perceive? What do we observe? Many things, infinite things, including death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, being trafficking. We no longer have to mirror back these imbalances. Which brings me to the 2033 Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips prophecy. It's prophecies from all over the world. Maya Hopi prophesied, Fifth World, Hinduism, turn of the Yuga, Australian Aboriginal coming home to remember its DNA activation to Galactic and beyond heritage. And many other prophecies all over the world, all over the galaxies, all over the cosmos, all over God's creation, world, cosmos, galaxy, God's creation, truly one. In our perspective of space, time, and infinite other paradigms are the divine evolution, experiences and paradigms of the divine evolution. Infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Infinite dimensions within and beyond the harmony that is our infinite dimensions and galactic, celestial, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, celestial consciousness. Do I listen to hip hop music for entertainment? No, because our future selves projected us into this realm. They said, you no longer have to mirror back imbalances. So 2033 prophecy says we will be in a state of conscious awareness, energetic embodiment, DNA genome activation as a collective, one of many species of the planet, a galactic creation, to understand that we are contributing infinite energies, having a galactic species of the cosmos experience with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, war, peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no being trafficking. As death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, being trafficking were part of the makings of us. As we're projections from our future selves, infinite dimensions, mastered in celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, wanting to learn more about our infinite nature, our wellness and balance, projected us into this realm, dimensions of our energy, our spirit into this realm, to put ourselves under our microphone magnifying glass, to see ourselves in more dimensions, slowed down, denser frequency. We again observe death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, being trafficking. It's time to be the wisdoms from these experiences. Be the wisdoms, be the wellness or a tone or call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of my limitless nature? Hey soul, hey self, what is Jeffrey Epstein trying to teach me about my nature, our culture? Hey soul, hey self, what is Trump trying to teach me about myself, our nature? Hey soul, hey self, what is Benjamin Netanyahu, Kim Jong-un, the person that I saw on my 6 o'clock news, local news, that did this, this, and that. The person that I saw on Media Takeout that did this, this, and that. The person that I saw on Shade Room doing this, this, and that. The person that I saw on my timeline doing this, this, and that. The person what are they trying to teach me about myself, self? Ask yourself in meditation. Wait for the wisdoms because they will come. Embody the wisdoms, be the wisdoms, practice the wisdoms, pray, incantate, affirm the wisdoms. So that we can meet ourselves, our future selves in the here and now. Infinite energies having a galactic species of the cosmos experience with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, war, peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking. Conscious, infinite energies having a conscious galactic species of the cosmos experience, bustling creation, infinite species, infinite dimensions that are here now with our planetary existence, as well as reside within space-time and beyond paradigms of evolution. Yes, yes, I'm aware. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sadhguru he's still sitting in. He's like, are you aware this is Kriya Yoga? What you're saying, the atoning, yes. I was taught by ancestors in the spirit, Hindu ancestors, and many dimensions, beings beyond our humanism, beings within our perception of human, and they teach these teachings, and they actually share with me these, and I'm sure you're aware, Sadhguru. These teachings come from the stars, or celestial and beyond beings. Hinduism, Christianity, Judaism, Muslim traditions, they come from the stars, or our celestial and beyond existence, which we are one with our celestial and beyond existence. We are running from ourselves. That was what our future selves putting us under, projecting us into a realm in a denser frequency, putting ourselves under a microphone glass to see ourselves in more dimensions, to be the wisdoms. Hey self, what is this trying to teach me about myself, thee self? Wait for the wisdoms because they will come. Meditate on the wisdoms, affirm the wisdoms, speak the wisdoms, share the wisdoms, be the wisdoms, to meet our future selves in the present moment. Infinite energies having a more conscious, which is an infinite journey becoming conscious, celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness experience of the cosmos. Infinite energies having a galactic experience of the galactic being experience of the cosmos. You're welcome, likewise, and thank you. Yes. Your interview with Alex on Next Level Soul, it was affirming and it was uplifting, and it stoked a lot of belief in what I've been doing, like subconscious and conscious self-doubt. It helped quell this. So I'm glad that my offerings are doing the same, as help you understand this wherever we are on the planet. Speaking of Sadhguru, wherever we're on the planet, whatever culture, if we're in the middle of a bustling city, and a black woman, Southern America, Kriya Yoga, being taught by the inner space, the soul space, and the divine said, hey, all y'all, this is all y'all. All y'all go inside the line and let your soul teach and guide you and remember you to the wellness and balance. Affirm wellness and balance. Affirm celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, or wellness and balance and peace in our infinite dimensions. So shall it be. You're welcome, likewise, and thank you. Yes, and thank you. Yes, and thank you. So it's a part of me, like, owning myself, to atone with myself, be the wisdoms for my evolution. I was multidimensionally speaking with my divine counterpart, twin flame, for this transmission, and like it's like telepathically in like many multidimensional like faculties. He's like, he was like, I apologize for not being able to perceive the abundance of what you've been offering, what you've been doing. As how we related before in our humanism is in order to validate the worthiness of a partner in which we're courting. What paradigms did we look at, humanity? In general, we looked at how much money these people make, what they drive, where they live, what's their job occupation, what they wear, what they look like. And if it's outside of the paradigms of who we believe we want to court, based off these paradigms, we look the other way, or we judge, or we're hesitant. And now we're more enlightened, more aware that what we drove, how we manifested, was a product of up until our awakening, this awakening. How we manifested, how we identified, was us being was us being put under a magnifying glass, projected from our future selves, more, which are truly here now, more mastered in celestial galactic oneness unity Christ consciousness, putting our own energy under a microphone magnifying glass to understand our more, or understand more of our existential fundamental nature. And we were in balances, or we were part of this experiment, this healing modality used by galactic colonies, galactic species of the cosmos. Is, in our experiment, we had an illusionary separation from the divine, or our infinite nature. So we were dormant at the soul. We were inept when compared to our true nature, infinite. Even within space and time, our infinite nature has always been one with space and time. So how we identified ourselves and who we wanted to date was in paradigms of ineptitude, or paradigms that would only perpetuate the illusion of the separation from the divine, or only perpetuate the imbalances. So my divine counterpart is like, hey, Ashley, I'm sorry for, I apologize for not being able to see your worth, basically, and value. He's like, how do you, I used to value myself or find security in what I drove, where I lived. The fact that I had my own car, my own place, and I paid for it myself. That's where I will find my security. My value is being able to sustain my physical, tangible realm, even though my soul wasn't satiated. I wasn't meeting myself through the inner space, the soul space. This whole podcast is me remembering how to meet myself through the inner space, the soul space, which is a collective remembrance. We're all doing this. We've all always been doing this. Our conscious awareness is what changes. And now the divine is like, I need y'all to consciously do this. Divine evolution says we need your species, your ascension timeline, parallel reality, one of infinite parallel realities, universes, ascension timelines of divine evolution. We need y'all to rise and remember and be one with your infinite nature frequencies. And so it is. Wellness and balance, unity, celestial, galactic, Christ, oneness, consciousness, unity, consciousness, or the remembrance that we are wellness, we are balance, we are harmony, we are inquisitive disposition in our infinite dimensions, to be more consciously aware of our infinite dimensions or existential fundamental nature, as we're inquisitive about why does that person look like that, or why does that person show up like this, and we, instead of fighting or running from differences, we ask our soul, what is this trying to teach me about myself, so we get wisdoms about how we're connected, regardless of what things look like, and we get an expanded scope understanding of our existential fundamental nature. I'm going to link below 2 Kingdom Things podcast installments. The first one is titled Resolving Dueling Duality Consciousness. And we channel about resolving dueling duality consciousness, running and fighting differences. We channel many, many ancestral forces, healing frequencies from the future, which are truly here and now. As our space-time paradigm has always been tandem with the infinite. And, you can, baby, switch your frequencies to drop into the space-time to play our part, to be grounded in our dimensionality of divine evolution, which we're rising our dimensionality of divine evolution, or our groundedness. We're rising the frequency to experience in greater ways how we've always been one with the infinite, or to be our future selves in the present moment. Conscious, infinite energies having celestial galactic being experience of the cosmos. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no being trafficking. Divine remembrance of our unity, our wellness, our balance. Resolving dueling duality. Resolving dueling duality. Dueling duality consciousness. This is the part 1. The part 2 is End of Slavery. Channel Harriet Tubman, Harriet Tubman. We channel Marcus Garvey and Resolving Dueling Duality Consciousness. End of Slavery, we channel Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King Jr., George Washington Carver, an Afrocentric ET race. I shared another story about another Afrocentric ET race, and that's between both of the installments. Part 1, Part 2. Part 1 is Resolving Dueling Duality Consciousness. Part 2 is End of Slavery. And these are linked below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Thank you. Ashley-Nicole Phillips transmission, description below. So my divine counterpart twin flame, I've healed from those dimensions, but understanding how all is still here and now, and everything is like reality is a Fibonacci sequence. So my divine counterpart is mirroring to me the times where I identify my self-worth as, you know, what I drove, my occupation, my titles, who I identified as. The divine has been telling me for the last few years, you know, you can hear it in the podcast. I channel in the podcast, share it, because we truly are a collective existence. So my soul's like sharing the podcast, the soul's sharing the podcast to be a resource as we all awaken and grow and evolve into greater remembrance. Celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, that we are God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in evolution. My divine counterpart has been showing me, because the soul's been saying, hey, Ashley, let go of who you think you are. Empty yourself. I've gone through so many energetic deaths and rebirths that I became amnesiatic to how I used to identify in ways. Like, you can forget how you used to identify and become. We can start fighting ourselves unconsciously, subconsciously. Like, so many deaths and rebirths and energetic growth. I'm not like that anymore. I don't do that. Or just don't remember that we were ever like that. Or did that. Or did this, those things, this, that. Oh, you're superficial. This is how you did it. Oh, you do that, and that, and that, and that. Forgetting that a few years ago, you were in that same mindset. You identified with those same paradigms, or a few lifetimes ago, which is truly here and now. You were in those same mindsets, same paradigms. Could we remember that we are one? We're always only meeting ourselves in different dimensions, no longer feuding over our different dimensions, because we're only fighting ourselves, fighting the self. Like being a singer-songwriter. Please and thank you. I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. The soul's like, Ashley, how are you not a singer-songwriter? Anywho, let go of that paradigm so we can assist with raising you into higher octave understandings of who you are in your existential fundamental nature, which is a collective doing. When we as perceived individuals reach into our inner space and are guided by our ascended timeline selves, our higher selves, and celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, to meet ourselves in the present moment, our future selves in the present moment, or to grow and evolve our mind, body, soul, spirit, energetic existence, embodiment, which energy manifests our mind, body, soul, spirit in every moment, or brings form in the now moment, or the 0 point moment, bring form to the 0 point moment. As we follow this higher self-existence, we meet our future selves in the present moment to assist with the raising of the whole collective into wellness and balance and divine remembrance, how we are our future self in the present moment, or we are manifested from the 0 point infinite potentials, which means what? We are the infinite in evolution. Or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. As we meet ourselves in the inner space and ask what our reality, what our reality, what our existence, what ourselves are trying to teach us about ourselves, we remember that we are manifested from the 0 point. We know this through quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Everything is energy. And as we manifest from 0 point, what does that mean? We are infinite in evolution. So my divine counterpart is just showing me about dimensions, letting me perceive dimensions that I kind of forgot, because I've been maybe every moment becoming brand new, letting go and allowing the higher ascended timelines to grow me into things that beyond my synaptical understanding of existence, experiences beyond what I thought I could experience, as infinite energies awakening as celestial beings of the cosmos from a slumber state or forgetful state, or frequencies out of alignment with thought patterns of remembrance that we are the divine evolution. My divine counterpart on the planet. And that's where I thought we were going to meet, because I got the divine revelation when I was 9 years old that he was going to be my divine counterpart. I tell the story often. This is my story. I'm being guided to share it again. I was 9 years old. It's like, hey, that's going to be your husband. I heard through the inner space. That's going to be your husband. Now I know it's ascended timelines guiding me through reality, breadcrumbing me through reality to be here and now, to assist with the remembrance that we are the here and now, or the infinite evolution and wellness and balance and harmony, peace. So hey, that's gonna be your husband. In our synaptical understanding of evolution, our dimensions of understanding of evolution. And I thought that's where we were gonna meet in music. Not the case. But I've been singing and recording and releasing music since 2013, 2014. I graduated high school in 2012. My soul said, hey, Ashley, we thought we were hoping you would be like the experiences you had in high school. We were hoping that it would expand your consciousness, so where you would be more aware and awakened in celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, where we could bring you and I together, you and Joy together sooner than what we did. Because y'all's relationship exists in divine awareness, celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, ascended existence, system with manifesting heaven on earth, second coming. Eternity, you, my hope we prophesy, fifth world. I was like, yes. So I took college. I was gonna go to a 4-year college, colegio, a four-year college, and I prided myself on that. Like, that's where I found my self-worth when I was a kid, when I was younger, is my academia. Like, I was okay as a student. I was great as a student. I was great as a student because of the end of the year tests. Like, I would excel extremely well on the end of the year test. Like, I would either get commended or I've gotten perfect scores before. In Texas, it went from like the TOS test, the tax test, the STAR test, like through my grade school experience, grade school evolution. Grade school evolution, grade school experience, grade school career. Like, at the end of year's test, I would do really well, right? And I would be affirmed by this. So that's what I learned to lean into that for a sense of self. I learned to lean into this from a sense of self. And the divine is like, that's all of you. Whatever you're affirmed about, you lean into that for your sense of self. And you become more amnesiatic to the remembrance that you're all things, or your wholeness, you're all dimensions. Now it's time to be inquisitive, but understanding everything we experience, principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything we experience, everything we see is us in evolution. Is us in evolution. Is the divine evolution. So when I graduated high school, I actually got why does Tahuti wants to speak and channel Tahuti and channel right now while I'm sharing my story. Get on the channel. Allow it. Okay. Talk about the college colegio. I got an academic. So I graduated high school in 2012. I got a academic scholarship to Mount St. Mary's Shalom campus in Los Angeles, California. Full circle moment. Baby, I wasn't as awakened as my soul wanted me to be. My ascended timelines, future selves wanted me to be, right? Because full circle moment, Mount St. Mary's, baby. I've channeled St. Mary a couple of times. Thank you, Jesus' mother. Thank you so much. I channeled St. Mary a couple of times, a few times in the podcast. I'll link the installments below. And I also channel Mary Magdalene. I'll link a few times. I have another podcast, y'all. This is Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I also have another podcast. It's a sister-brother podcast. I was intuitively guided to start both of these podcasts. One is Connection Energetic Upliftment. I was guided by galactic forces. Both of them are truly by galactic forces to start. One is Connection Energetic Upliftment, so we could atone with our human and grow and evolve our human into remembrance that is one with all beings, all things, and be the wellness, be the wisdoms from our human. So I'm gonna link these podcasts below. I channel Saint Mary or Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, within Kingdom Things Podcast, as well as one is Connection Energetic Upliftment. I'll link these podcasts below. And then Mary Magdalene. I'll link the Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene podcast below, episodes. It's not just them, it's channeled in them. So, but I think the one where one of the podcasts, it was a powwow session where I channeled Mother Mary. Her name, Mother Mary's name, is in the title. I say that because Mary Magdalene. Okay, I think their names are in the titles. Sometimes I channel ancestors and their names are not in the titles. But I think Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, I'm being reminded. Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, their names are in the titles. So you'll be able to find them easily. Link below in the description of this video. This video transmission, Kingdom Things Podcast transmission. We have the Mother Mary as well as Mary Magdalene transmissions. Full circle moment, I got it was a presidential award, the highest academic scholarship on entry for Mount St. Mary's Shalom Campus, Los Angeles. I still have my certificate. Did I go? No. I didn't attend because my soul asked me, he said, hey, as you know, everything was coming together. Like I was just finding more money for room and board because the scholarship paid for academics for like all the 4 years, the academics for all 4 years, right? The classes for all 4 years. What it didn't pay for was for room and board. And it was like $10,000 a semester or something, or $10,000 a year for room and board. My family didn't have it to give, my family didn't have it to give to the room and board at that time. But one thing I've always known this, if I drop it to my heart space, before I would say if I put my mind to it, I know I could make it happen. Now I know if I allow heart space, soul guidance, soul animation, as what we are, the infinite. God Allah Shekinah Prime Source Hashem Brahman the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God Allah Shekinah Prime Source Hashem Brahman the Most High, manifested from 0 point in every moment to make shape and form. Now I know if I drop it to my heart space, pray, meditate, bring it to alignment with the highest soul intentions, ascended timeline intentions of wellness and balance for all beings, all things. Remember is that we are the divine evolution, be harmony in our infinite dimensions. I know, baby, that thing's gonna go. It's gonna happen. It's gonna manifest. But before this is how I know it now. I know it to be this existential fundamental nature remembrances. This is how I know it to be now. Back then I was like, if I put my mind to it, I could do it. Now I know, baby, if I allow and pray, meditate to bring everything into higher ascended timeline, wellness and balance, upliftment for all things, all beings, all things, energies, frequencies, yes. Divine evolution, it'll happen in being content or happy and grateful in the now moment, because we are the divine evolution. We are wellness and balance. So my soul was like, hey, Ashley, why do you want to go out to school in LA? And I was like, so I can meet weekends and a party down in LA. And we have, baby, everything. When I told my soul that, because the inner space asked me, Ashley, why do you want to go, Ashley? I said, so I can meet a party at baby down in LA during the weekends, baby, at a party or something. Everything fell through. When I tell you, my soul says, girl, you're not going to LA. That's what you're not going to do. Because that's how I was fixing my mind. My thought pattern is, I'm going to Los Angeles to go to school, surely in the mountains, Mountain St. Mary's. Yeah, sure. Up there, mountaintop, sure. Yeah, on the weekends, I'm going to go party and go find. That's what I was thinking in my spirit. My soul said, heck no. Everything fell through. I ended up not going. Like, because before my soul asked me that, like, solutions were coming for room and board. Like, my uncle at the time, my uncle David lived in LA. He's like, yeah, Ashley could come live with us. She could stay with us. Him and his wife, his daughter, she could come live with us. That was coming up. Like, solutions were coming. And then my soul asked me that. And I said, so I can go see party in the parties on the weekend in LA. Everything fell through. And I could perceive now, it's like, Ashley, why are you telling this story again? I could perceive now I was in a warring disposition or dueling duality disposition. Or not in alignment with the higher frequency, celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, truth, or meeting my marks. Being in alignment with who I came into divine evolution to be, to assist with the evolution of all beings, all things. Now I know going into inner space, not chasing things that's external to myself, knowing who I am through the inner space, knowing my oneness with all beings, all things, following my soul guidance, higher self, ascended timeline guidance. Bless me to be in wellness and be in balance, to be frequencies of no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no being trafficking. To assist with our mass awakening, our mass disclosure, remembrance. I was in the kitchen last night. These beings that said they're adjacent to the Galactic Federation of Light. Just now, was multidimensionally communicating with my twin flame before this transmission. He's like, Ashley, I'm sorry, how do you feel about all this? I was like, I've been hustling hard. Lil Wayne lyric. I used to listen to a lot of Lil Wayne, a lot of Drake. Like, they were the only rappers I would listen to the whole, I would purchase their albums and listen to their whole albums or all their projects. Now I know subconsciously we were figuring wellness and balance through showing up in every moment. Me listening to their music. When you listen to an artist's music, understanding subconsciously our souls are figuring wellness and balance, divine remembrance, divine evolution. To manifest as this divine remembrance, divine evolution in the present moment. It's true. It's the truth. I would listen to other rappers, but I wouldn't listen to their whole, my divine. It's true. I would only listen to whole projects. That's how I would recall it. Because understand how we perceived our present moments. There's infinite outcomes that could happen. And as we raise our vibrations, how we perceived it is not how it actually happened. Like, it happened, our past actually has different outcomes as we raise our vibrations. Or how we perceived it is not how it truly happened. But I perceived me listening to Drake, like I would buy Drake and Wayne. I would listen to Drake and Wayne's, like, it's the full project. Drake and Lil Wayne. I listen to the full project. I listen to the full project, right? I listen to the full project. And the other artists I would listen to, Beyonce, Tamar Braxton. I purchased Tony Braxton records. It's like the whole time we were figuring balance to be the remembrance from our manifestation, how we showed up or manifested from 0 point as out of alignment with remembrance that we are the divine evolution. So we were making choices that reflected that we were out of alignment with the remembrance that we are divine evolution. Let's be the wisdoms, be the wellness. We are ascended selves in the future moment. Ascended masters in the present moment. Ascended future selves in the present moment. Which is we are in a sequential space-time paradigm, which we can drop into prayer meditation and be beyond space and time, and we know that. And truly, what we be beyond space and time in our now moments. Our conscious awareness is what changes. So it's like, how can those rappers, the profane, vulgar, how can they be God? We're all the divine evolution, manifesting to show the divine what the divine is, who the divine can be, to be the wisdoms, not be complacent in imbalance, not to be complacent in dysfunction, not to be complacent in profanity, not to be complacent in self-warring, self-battling, but to be the wisdoms, to be the wellness, to be the future selves in the present moment. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no being trafficking. Infinite energies having conscious celestial beings of the cosmos of God's creation experiences. My soul told me to drop music, to be able to perceive, recognize, align with greater frequential pattern existence, understanding of our essence of fundamental nature, meeting myself and my future self in the present moment to assist with the collective rising, collective evolution, collective shifts in our infinite dimensions, infinite variances, infinite wellness, infinite balance, infinite potentials. I released music. So I didn't go to college till 4-year college. I started taking classes, graduated in 2012, started taking Austin Community College courses. Austin Community College courses. My soul's like, share Ashley. I already had college credit, baby. When I started taking college classes, I already had college credit. Right? I took pre-AP US history, which is like I don't know about the high schools y'all went to, but the high school I went to, or the high school you go to, but high school I went to is like people like kids, like my peers, they steered away from AP US history. They're like, Ashley, that's hard. They're like, you're taking AP US history? And then to take the exam, the AP US history exam, they're like, Ashley, nobody passes that. That test is hard. Like, it's hard to pass that test. I took it as a challenge. I took it as a challenge. I was like, okay, sure. I was like, and this energy that I'm exuding right now, it's a self-warring, it's a battling energy. And I atone with it this morning. Let us be the wisdoms from this. They were just showing me dimensions of the self. At the same time, being able to like supersede what we perceive, or know that we're more than what we perceive. Not fight what we perceive, but understand we're more. And accept and atone with what we perceive to harmonize how we are in this present moment with our more. Wellness and balance. And this is a big channeling, a big understanding. Because we've been warring with the government and the top 1% and they and them. Last night I was in the kitchen talking to these multidimensional beings. Presence is one with the Galactic Federation of Light. Excuse me, y'all. One with the Galactic Federation of Light. And they were like, hold on, y'all. I gotta get my charger. Give me 1 second. I gotta charge the phone up. Give me 1 second. Un momento. Alright, cool. So last night I'm in the kitchen cooking a Southern American meal. And I'm getting multidimensional correspondence from the Galactic Federation of Light and beyond. One. Oh. I just heard through the inner space, y'all are trying to take over the whole galaxy. Humanity. Our superiority complex and all these things. I channel about these things in the podcast. I'm going to link oneness, connection, energetic, because we're atoning. Okay, self-acceptance. What's it trying to teach us about ourselves, Lisa? We're atoning. Have a oneness, connection, energetic, upliftment, transmission, foregoing the ideology of hierarchy. Foregoing the ideology of hierarchy. So I'm talking to these beings. Okay, the soul said, Ashley, go ahead and talk about how you had to give up music to understand your more, to align with your more. So 2012, I didn't go to a 4-year college. Had college credits. I did pass the AP US history exam. I scored a 3 out of 5. You know, you get 3, 4, or 5, you pass. So I passed the AP US history exam. Had college credits when I prided myself off that. That's all wanted me to atone with it. Atone with this. So passed the AP US history exam. And I always had an A in that class too. AP US history, I always had an A in this class. Always had an A in the class. And then one time, I'm going to tell y'all this story. Ooh, I got a tone. Ooh, let's hear about it. Shout out to Miss Reinhardt, my AP US history teacher at Aikens High School, Austin, Texas, Southside. Okay, so I got to atone with this. So I was in Miss Reinhardt's class, and she had our test that we had like the week before or something. She graded the test, and she was like, the way I remember perceiving it, it's like, okay, I hope I didn't manifest this. It's a co-creation. Okay, let me just share. We can atone with it as a collective. What can we learn from this story? So I'm in class, AP US History class, and Miss Reinhardt had our graded test, and she's like, I don't know why I'm smiling. She's like, the average grade on the test was like a 30 for the class. Her class is like a 30. She's like, I'm not going to give y'all a square curve. And she wasn't going to square curve it to give like an extra 20, 30 points or whatever a square curve would give for each student. She's like, I'm not going to do that. Because Ashley got a 96 on her test, which means it's possible. I said, Miss Reinhardt, why would you do that? Why would you tell me? Everybody trying to look at me. I was like, I was like, why would you do that like that? Like, in the, I was like, Miss Reinhardt, oh, I felt a dagger, energetic dagger. Why would you do that? I was just like, baby, I just said, I didn't say nothing. I was like, yeah, exactly. I didn't say none of that. I didn't gloat or anything. I was just like, Miss Reinhardt, why would you do that? Okay, ascension, forgiveness, ascension. Let's rise as a collective. She was like, Ashley got a 96. It might have been a 98. It was a 96 or a 98. One of those two on her test. So I'm not going to give a square curve. I said, oh, okay. I was like, okay. So I always got a good grade. I always did well in U.S. history. Full circle moment, eat it up. I always did well in U.S. history, period, because I'm about to channel about what the beings of the United States of America government told me, how the United States of America government, factions and functions of the government, they've always known that we're one with celestial co-creation, celestial family, celestial colonies. They've always known this, that we've never been alone in the cosmos. Factions and functions of the U.S. government and governments all over the world. So the fact that they always did well in U.S. history, like full circle moment. Full circle moment. And we making new history. Oh! Epoch history. Oh! Let's clap it up. Hugs. You're welcome. Thank you. Yes. So, graduated high school with college credits. Didn't go to Mount St. Mary's. Love and wellness to Mother Mary. Didn't go to Mount St. Mary's. There's parts of me that's like, St. Mary is Mother Mary, right? Like, there's dimensions of me, like, I know this, but there's dimensions of my energy that don't know this. So let me atone with that. Like, at the time, it wasn't clocking at the time. At the time, it wasn't clocking, like, Mount St. Mary's. Like, baby, you got the presidential award to Mount St. Mary's, and now you're fast forward, higher octave evolution, dimensions manifested from the now moment. You're a channel for the divine, and we're all awakening to remember that we are a channel for the divine, or what we are, the divine channeled from 0 point moment, which manifests our existence. So we're all channels of the divine. Full circle moment, right? Oh, so I didn't go to the Mount St. Mary's. The soul was like, no, Ashley. I stayed back home, Austin, Texas, took community college classes, Austin Community College. And then my soul told me, hey, I should drop out of college and do your music full time. Because I had aspirations of being a singer-songwriter since I was a little girl. And again, that's where I thought I was going to be and doing music. So I was doing Austin Community Colleges. I was working 9 to 5. And I was, like, for the first time, I've been writing music since, like, high school, singing since I was a little kid. And my soul guided me, hey, Ashley, because I was insecure about whether my music was good. Like, I knew it was good, like, in the inner space, like, it's good, it's great, but my, like, faculties of my existence, or the dimensions that were misaligned with the remembrance that everything we do, everything we be, every way that we exist is a divine evolution, to be confident in ourselves and to pray and meditate, to make sure we're in alignment with the highest good for all beings, all things, celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness. I was guided to enter a songwriting competition, the American Songwriting Awards. It was my first time. I was like 18, 19, first time entering anything like this. I didn't have, the way I was thinking back then, the way I remember it is like, I was like, shoot, like I don't have connections in the industry. Like I don't have a huge name in our space-time paradigm for music. So I was like, if I enter this, like, I don't know, because it was a lot of industry judges that were like worked in the music industry. So I was like, I don't know, like if it's still gonna be favoritism, like am I gonna get anywhere? Because if there's favoritism, like people already know the people, like is it gonna be favoritism? Like I was like, I don't know none of these folks. Like the song said Ashley entered the music award, the songwriting competition, so I entered it. And at the time, you can see where I was as far as conscious awareness, where how I was vibrating because of the song. It's called I Lost Me. And the song said enter in the competition, and I was nominated in the soul category. I wasn't a finalist, which was okay with me. It was cool. The fact that I was recognized and nominated out of all the people that entered, I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, I have to be good at this. Yeah, I had to. What my soul space is affirming, I gotta believe in this. Like I believe in this. And they actually gifted me discounted hotel stays in Las Vegas, because there was an actual award ceremony, American Songwriter Awards ceremony, but my soul like, Ashley, you were not going out to Vegas, not in this energy. No. So I didn't go, but that's not how I perceived it. At the time, I perceived it like, I don't have the money to go, I'm not going. Like I didn't try at all, I didn't stretch at all, I didn't meditate, imagine at all to try to manifest it. I was like, I'm not going, I don't have the money. So that's how I perceived it before. But it's really the soul preserving my higher timeline potentials, or creating barriers, or the illusion of barriers, where it's really just keeping me in alignment with the higher timeline potentials. Transcendent for the entire collective. We're proactive, we go inner space, we pray and meditate, we're guided by the soul space, the heart space, to meet our higher selves, ascended timeline selves in the present moment. Galactic celestial unity Christ consciousness, self-mastered in galactic celestial unity Christ consciousness. Remembrance that we are the divine evolution, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in evolution. So we're proactive now, we go through the inner space. I got nominated in the soul category for American Songwriter Awards. And then I was guided to drop out of college courses and do music full time. Hey, I should do your music full time. I talked my childhood friend into doing the being in a duo with me. And full circle moment, my childhood friend, it was a karma tikkun, past life energy being worked off, being balanced out. My mother and her mother went to high school together, and they weren't the best of friends. And then we became best friends. It was like an energy of frenemy at the same time, like subconsciously, super subconsciously. It was an energy of frenemy because we're a manifestation of our mother's tikkuns, or energies inherited by our parents. Our parents were not the best of friends. And then we become best friends to meet each other, or to realize our singularity, or our oneness, our unity. And then I'm a dark-skinned girl. I'm a dark-skinned woman. I was a dark-skinned girl when I was in middle school, high school, best friends with my friend in which I started the music duo with. And she's a lighter-skinned woman. My mother is a light-skinned woman. Her mother is a darker-skinned woman. If you put us in a room together, you would think her mother is my mother, and my mother is her mother. It was to show us our oneness, our singularity. Deep diving into the energies, what is our experiences together, trying to teach us about ourselves, how we are one. To be the wellness and wisdoms from the time where we had feuding or confrontation or friction, or the belief of friction, feuding, confrontation, what we were really feeling was DNA activation. Where we really, instead of aggression, what we were really feeling was divine remembrance. Asking about our feelings. Whenever we feel anything, dropping into our heart space, hey soul, hey self, what I'm feeling, trying to teach me about myself? Oh, you're the incarnate of dimensions well beyond your synaptical understanding of dimensionality. Let us teach us, let us show you, let us guide you, let us remember you into this collective. And so shall it be. So it is. So I did music in a duo, and I did not realize, I didn't realize the responsibility of asking for people's attention. Like, what are you offering? You're asking for people's attention. What are you offering? Are you pouring back into people? Are you feeding and assisting with the activation and growth and evolution of our souls, of our consciousness, of our wellness, of our balance and celestial galactic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness? I didn't realize the responsibility of asking for people's attention. Hindsight 2020. I'm really channeling this right now. It's a full circle moment. So I was sharing music that I used to beat myself up about as I started awakening. I was like, this music's low vibrational, all the things, and then growing and evolving, I was listening to one of Wayne's records, to a tone, and the frequencies, Tahuti was like, I also listened to Drake, and Tahuti was Iceman. Tahuti is like the divine, the soul, the universe is a light. We manifest through every dimension, every fraction of y'all's evolution. Even the profane, worldly things that y'all call worldly, all the things, to be wisdoms in evolution. For us to ask about the wisdoms in evolution, to be the wellness, to be the balance. To be no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no being trafficking, and every other dimension of wellness and balance that manifests from the remembrance that we are one with the divine. We are the divine in evolution in every now moment. We are made manifest from 0 point in every now moment. Our form, our shape is made manifest from 0 point in every now moment. To manifest is how we perceive existence, evolution in every now moment. To be the wisdoms from this experience, the sacred experience of evolution in every way in which we manifest from 0 point, or the divine in evolution. Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in evolution. Celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness in evolution. I'm not babbling, divine counterpart. I know I'm being guided to come back and hit these points, to channel these energies, get these full circle moments. I'm not babbling. I was listening to Lil Wayne's music to a tone. And Tahuti is like, y'all see me as a master, ascended master, God of magic, and all types of things, space and time. It's like y'all are one with me, all things are one, and I'm a dimension of a collective of frequencies and energies myself. Like, I'm not singular. I'm a dimension of infinite dimensions, just like y'all are a dimension of infinite dimensions. We are one, And they're like, we manifest to these frequencies through y'all's music. We are one with all the dimensions. We're one with y'all. Y'all awakening and remembering y'all's unity with divine evolution. And there's dimensions of the brain that wants to create separation from myself, to Hootie, the frequencies, the consciousness in which I perceived within Lil Wayne's music, frequency, listen to his music. The music spoke back, it's like, hey, thank you for hearing the wisdoms. Thank you for hearing the divine evolution. Tahuti's like, I'm one with these energies, Ashley. And we know we're one with Tahuti, or one with all beings, all things. Understanding our space-time experience, or our form, is one with the infinite. We've never had 0 degrees of we never had any separation. We've always had 0 degrees of separation. Our linear space-time and the infinite has always been one. It's how space-time, infinite space-time, dimensions beyond the infinite, perceives itself, observes itself through these space-time paradigms and other paradigms beyond space and time. It's how the infinite observes itself to grow and evolve into more wisdoms, more expansion, more conscious awareness of the self itself. The God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, and evolution. So the galactic beings from the Galactic Federation of Light, channeling them. You're welcome and thank you. I was channeling them last night. Have communicated with them last night when I was cooking. And they were like, y'all's government, factions of the United States of America government and governments all over the planet have always known y'all's unity with galactic presence, galactic ancestry, galactic species of the cosmos. They've always known this. And they're like, yeah, we agree, Ashley. They were also like, cause y'all, I've been like, dang, I was like, okay, we're becoming conscious beings of the cosmos. I was like, dang, our sciences gotta hurry up and catch up. Like, dang, I was just worried. I was like, Black Mama syndrome. I felt like I just had to do everything. Transcendence. I feel like it's probably Mama syndrome, but let me speak from Black Mamas. Probably all mamas feel like they gotta do everything. I was like feeling Black Mama syndrome. Let's be the wisdom, let's be the wellness, transcendent. I feel like I had to do everything. I was like, dang, our sciences got to catch up. We're infinite energies having cosmic beings of the, having beings of the cosmic celestial beings of the cosmos experience. We need to advance our sciences. Our schooling needs to exemplify our infinite dimensions. What we need metaphysical teachings, quantum teachings. We need all integrated in our school systems. I was like, we gotta do all of this. Like we gotta like we remember we gotta catch up. Like, hey Ashley, hey, calm down. Y'all have always been this. So guess what? In y'all's evolution, y'all were always manifesting what y'all needed to manifest to meet your mark in this divine remembrance. Like your sciences, I was communicating with them last night. The multidimensional beings, Galactic Federation of Light, our future selves truly here and now. They were like, Ashley, y'all sciences are way more advanced than y'all could even fathom. And they're like, we agree. They were like, these sciences just weren't known to the masses. Y'all's mass concept of self, space-time linear paradigm experience. And they're like, we agree. It needs to come out in the masses. The remembrance needs to be shared in the masses. In y'all's textbooks and y'all school books, y'all need to be learning about this, how advanced y'all truly are. In y'all space-time linear paradigm, y'all advanced meaning y'all's remembrance and integration with quantum mechanics or the infinite. Y'all are much more advanced in y'all sciences and the remembrance that y'all are one with the infinite, or quantum mechanics and quantum physics. Y'all are much more advanced in paradigms beyond what we call quantum. Our sciences know things beyond what we call quantum, and that it needs to be written about in our books. We need to know that we understand that we're one with the infinite, one with the cosmos, one with God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. They're like, we agree, Ashley. We agree that y'all need to know that y'all been communing and co-creating with multidimensional beings in peace and wellness and balance, celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness. We agree. So we get mass disclosure, and it's like, however it needs to happen, let it happen that way. I throw my hands up, I surrender. Let me surrender. The dimensions of me that want to micromanage this operation, this mass disclosure, like it's happening, it's been happening, but like the mass disclosure events. Like yesterday I was driving, and in my mind's eye, I could multidimensionally, I could receive, I was stopping at a stoplight in a neighborhood, and I could perceive me like everyone getting out of their car and looking up to the sky, and there was a lot of motherships and spaceships and spacecrafts in the sky, and we were just all sitting there like, oh, and like taking videos and pictures and stuff. And then getting back in our car, and I perceive me going back home and just going into prayer and meditation to integrate the energies. Understanding when this happens, when the motherships and spaceships appear in our skies, and the mass disclosure in this dimension, however it manifests, this is an analogy. It might not manifest like this, but however it manifests, understanding it's a spiritual transmission, a spiritual inundation, spiritual activation to assist with activating, jumpstarting a greater activation of our DNA genome from dormancy to efficiency, from 6-7% DNA efficiency activity to 44%. We're growing and evolving into a 44% and beyond DNA activity template, DNA active template. Understand when this experience happens, and everything that we experience in our lives, our existence, is activating us into greater DNA activity. And then this mass event is to activate us into greater DNA genome, mind, body, soul, spirit, remembrance of our oneness with the infinite. You're welcome, I think it is. They're like, Ashley, we agree. So I perceive myself getting out of the car at the stoplight, and everybody getting out of the car and just taking motherships, all the things. I'm like, whoa. And I perceive myself going home, prayer meditation to integrate the energetic remembrances, or to prayer meditate, to allow the frequencies to turn into divine remembrance, divine guidance, the conscious awareness of our tandem nature with the infinite, wellness and balance. It's like, however this happens, let it happen this way. Because I'd be Black Mama syndrome. I want to transit, be the wisdoms from it. Feel like I got to do everything. I be trying to like bend my mind. How's this going to happen? Earlier I was like, ooh, y'all should do a mob style dance. The multidimensional beings should do a mob style. Just pop out, just start do a dance routine. They're like, Ashley, we're not going to do it that way. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I was like, I know the way they are going to do it, you know, the way that we're going to do it, the way they are going to do it, we're truly one, you know. I know it's going to be, yes, it's going to be for highest timeline, ascended timeline, evolution, for uplifting regeneration of all things, the celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, for the uplifting regeneration of all things. The remembrance that we are God, Allah, Shekinah, from Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in evolution. Because I was dancing in the mirror, and I know I'm activating multidimensional beings. I was dancing in the mirror. I was like, wouldn't that be cool if just like a bunch of multidimensional beings pop out and start dancing? It was like, Ashley, we're not doing it like that. I was like, okay, I get it. I understand. It's gonna be for the abundance of all beings, all things. I get it. Yes. So they're like, we just got the inundation right here, a really powerful DNA genome activation. Do not replace any of your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear with any of my content within Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, or Magic Mills, or Oneness Connection, or my music. So yeah, I was communicating with the beings that like, yeah, we agree. Y'all should be, the masses, the collective, y'all should be consciously aware of how y'all have always been integrated with multidimensional, celestial, and beyond community presence, advanced sciences, like how y'all are your future selves in the present moment. We agree, y'all should all know this. A part of the soul was like, the future soul was like a part of keeping the masses under an illusionary fog or soul amnesia or illusionary separation from the divine infinite was music. Like, that we're using music to keep us in soul amnesia. So my soul was like, hey, actually, just drop this notion of being a singer-songwriter, and so we can rise you into higher octaves. I was like, okay. It's like, surely, because pick me up. Shoot, we just gonna go on tour. We just gonna, baby. I literally had a vision. When I say pick me up, I mean when we unite in the tangible realm. I was like, when we write in the tangible realm, I thought we was just gonna go shoot, make some records. That's how we gonna share our presence. Nah. I actually had a vision back in 2015. Let me just say, because we're not going to do it, because let it be a more abundant manifestation. Celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness. That remembrance that we are the divine evolution, infinite dimensions within and beyond, God, Allah, Shekinah, from Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. I'm about to talk about the vision I got in 2015. I got the vision as a download. And our tour being called One Night in Paris. Because, you know, Paris is a city of love, right? And like we're touring all over the world, showing healing frequencies in the future, love, and calling the tour One Night in Paris. Transcend that. Let it be higher frequency wellness. Yes, let us be wellness. But like, my soul was like, hey, Ashley, drop the paradigm of being a singer-songwriter so you can expand into higher octave understandings of the excellent fundamental nature in which all beings, all things are. And as soon as I was like, okay, and you'll see it in the podcast, in the content, I channeled through it. That's how my soul expressed, like, hey, Ashley, this is not it. I'm glad it gave you the evolution you needed. It gave y'all the evolution y'all needed. It's time to expand into greater. It's time to manifest as a culture that represents, is analogous to the remembrance that we are the divine evolution, that we are oneness and evolution, that we are Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in evolution, infinite dimensions within and beyond, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, and celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, or wellness and balance in our infinite dimensions, divine remembrance, expanding scope, consciousness, remembrance in our divine evolution, our existence, our infinite dimensions. So as soon as I dropped that paradigm, I was like, okay, you see in the podcast, I surrendered. I was like, okay. My consciousness started expanding rapidly. I started getting higher frequency downloads, remembrances, and channeling them in the podcast. I am working on, I do have a catalog of music. It is available, Ashley-Nicole Music, on YouTube. I picked music back up. You can see before I started consciously healing and channeling healing frequencies of music, you'll perceive this contrast. And what did we just channel? All is the divine evolution. Being the wisdom, being the wellness. It's time for everyone to rise, for all of us to rise. Self-acceptance, self-acceptance, self-acceptance. Yes. So those dimensions of me, the vibrations and the songs, before I was consciously channeling healing frequencies and wisdoms in the music, I had to allow those dimensions of myself to rise or forgive myself. Or to remember that it was all purposeful, forgive myself. Do so. Be the wisdom, to be the wellness, be the divine remembrance. We are celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, and evolution. The infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prince, Source, Hashem, Power, the Most High. Infinite dimensions within and beyond our conscious and subconscious understanding of divine evolution and evolution. So my music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube. Link below. I'm working on my last album, Self-Love from Formulas to Form. Our last album, because it is a celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness offering, or it's all of our existence, the frequency that is our existence, that co-creates the manifestation of these albums. And truly, all beings, all things, our conscious awareness is what has shifted and changes. Everywhere that we show up as a manifestation of the collective. Healing frequencies in the future. Do not replace your professional medical advice with my music. Ashley-Nicole Music is available to stream on YouTube. It's like we got out. The soul's like we got out everything you wanted. We wanted to channel and say. I have a song called One. It's all called One. It's it fits well with this transmission. I'm going to sing a piece of it. It's on Epoch, the album, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. I'll link the song below, the album below, in the description of this video reference content. We took our pain and made glory. Many people, many stories. We were a test, the ultimate test. Could we remember we are one? We were a test and an ultimate test, as we're one of infinite paradigms of divine evolution. Could we remember we are one? I want to thank y'all so much for stopping in on this Kingdom Things podcast with myself, Ashley-Nicole Phillips transmission. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude to be myself, a dimension of infinite dimension, simultaneously one with the infinite, not to control, not to dominate, but to know thyself, know thyself. Greater conscious awareness, greater vibrancy, experience thyself, thyself, greater conscious awareness, greater vibrancy. Welcome, thank you. Again, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. Subscribe, like, share the content to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips' journey to a healed and balanced. And remember, infinite energies having celestial beings of the cosmos experience that are ourselves, humanity, remembering that we are celestial, infinite energies having celestial beings of the cosmos experience, one with infinite energies, one with infinite species of the cosmos. Again, my music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is my music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream for free on YouTube. Link below. You also find my live series over here, over there. Out of the Box. Out of the Box is analogous to what we're all experiencing, awakening within the dream. to remembrance that we are divine evolution, or being lifted from the smog, fog, or alignment of the illusion of separation from the divine by celestial, divine, and beyond orchestration. Celestial, divine, beyond orchestration. Our existence was an experiment to grow and evolve the divine into greater conscious awareness of the wellness and balance in which the divine is. Our existence, period. We no longer have to do so in soul amnesia. Illusion of separation from the divine. Out of the Box is available to stream Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube, the playlist section. You'll also find my Facebook community lives. I go live on Facebook and share whatever the soul space puts on the soul space to share. We laugh, we joke, we kiki. Sometimes I'm cooking. I save all of the lives within my music channel, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Playlist section, you'll see the Facebook community lives. I'm also an author. I channeled the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It is a 3-part book series. The first book, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. Asiyah is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. You're welcome, thank you. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame, Chase, in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep. She goes through many experiences which help grow and evolve her into the remembrance that she is unconditional love. All beings, all things are unconditional love, or the divine in evolution. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is Maya the Have. Maya the Have is a twin flame divine counterpart journey back home to God inside. Or the remembrance that we are, all beings, all things are the divine in evolution. And within the space-time paradigm, we get to live a story, sequential patterning story, sequential and beyond pattern story, to express as the divine in infinite ways. One soul manifests as two beings over many lifetimes, 4 love stories in 1 book. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. They will do so. Which love story, which lifetime, under which circumstances the books are prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available to purchase in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing digital downloads, it's 3 separate downloads, $9.99 per book. So $29.97 plus tax for the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel in its entirety. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, the first 2 books, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, is in 1 binding. It's $19.99 plus tax plus shipping and handling. The third book, Maya the Have, is in a separate paperback binding, $9.99 plus tax. $29.98 plus tax plus shipping and handling, more than more for the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. To be mailed, shipped to your home, 2 paperback copies. Talked about my cooking show, Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, is available to stream on YouTube, link below. We cook, we guided by ancestral forces of soul space, inner space. So we strengthen our intimacy with our soul space, our inner space, by being guided by the soul space or inner space in the kitchen. Whatever the ancestors tell us to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, this is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube, link below. I also have some mukbang series over there as well, where we eat. Channel about whatever the soul puts on the heart space to channel about. Again, Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, available to stream on YouTube, link below. What else? My animated series, the story, Asiyah Story, the animated series, I channel from the soul space as well. It stems from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel manifestation channeling. Multidimensional experiences in which I'm guided to share within the animated series. I share within the animated series. Multidimensional wisdoms I share in the animated series. Asiyah Story, the animated series, is available to stream on YouTube, link below. AP Short Stories on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel, author's YouTube channel. Let's roll into an episode of Out of the Box, as well as Asiyah Story, the animated series. I love you, love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. My sister, we forgot about that. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, Sister Brother Podcast. We talked about it earlier. Available to stream on YouTube, link below. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to help proliferate the Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment journey to a healed and balanced remembrance in the now moment that we are the future in the now moment. We've always been. We're remembering. Our time of not remembering was part of the makings of us. No longer being upset about the makings of us, regarding the wisdoms we're feeling about the makings of us. What are our feelings about the makings of us? Trying to teach us about the makings of us, being the wisdoms from these inquiries. Again, Oneness Connection, energetic upliftment, available to stream on YouTube. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because we have to love ourselves in the way in which we want reality to love us back. Self-love is the best love because we are loving our truest truths. Pouring love into ourselves is pouring love into the collective, or all things, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, and evolution. The infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, and evolution. Self-love is the best love because it helps us embody, be more consciously the celestial, galactic, oneness, unity, Christ consciousness in which we are. Our harmony, wellness, balance in our infinite dimensions. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
I am real. My inner space, or authentic, universally aligned frequency, has been and is being projected into my tangible reality.
Working through my inner imbalances to perceive and embody more my limitless, balanced, well nature is a journey I wouldn't trade in for anything. A journey I wouldn't trade for anything.
The Galactic Federation of Light has assigned you to a new mission.
New mission? Give us the deets.
What do you say? You up for it, Asiyah?
Up, down, left, right, yin-yang balance. I'm up for it.
First things first, you two need some training. I pulled some etheric cords for you to meet with the Masters.
The Masters?
Now that ancient, etheric, God, infinite creation prophecy has been resurrected, and all within is being activated to remembrance that all is one. There are no limits, no bounds. We called in the Holy Shabbat Trinity.
The Holy Shabbat Trinity.
We'll connect you two while you're on your flight. They're coming in to help all of humanity awaken in the masses, to assist all of humanity awakening to their infinite potentials.
The Holy Shabbat Trinity. I think I have a clue who you're referring to. Humanity is in great hands. We are one. We are home. We are awakening, awakened. Thanks, Barry.
That's Commander Barry to you.
Thank you, Commander Barry.
All right, off you two go. And remember, have fun, innovate, encourage, be honest, inspire, experience, and be kind.
Will do.
I've had dreams of this being my life, all of my life. I got discouraged over the years. I'm finally living my most abundant reality. I'm gonna live this reality to the fullest. With having fun, innovating, encouraging, being honest, inspiring, experiencing, and being kind. Thank you, Lieutenant Barry. Thank you, Divine Presence that I am.
We are ready for this.
We were born ready.
Hey, my name is Asiyah, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
Jesus Christ. Rabbi Yeshua. You and Asiyah are being transmitted holy wisdoms, chakma, by the way of divine revelation. These wisdoms would traditionally be acquired through years of study. You are ready to wield your soul's truths of your innate, limitless, divine, connection in which you are. I've been waiting forever for this, Rabbi. Your most wonderful visions, your most whimsical dreams, wondrous dreams, are your truths. You only have to be brave enough to speak your truths, to embody the energies of your truths, to manifest a reality that mirrors your truths. Yeah, Rabbi, you're right. I thought it was all a dream. Share yourselves with the world. Divine remembrance is contagious. Share your wisdoms, your love, and your balance. Gladly. Happily. The Lubavitcher Rebbe. In my sprightly animated form. You've been helping me heal over the years. To remember. To forgive. To come into wholeness. Inner union. Inner peace. Inner wellness. Inner balance. Yes, these things are true. And your inquisitive nature to journey inward, to learn more about yourself, to heal yourself, to become well, has assisted with rejuvenating, with uplifting all of divine connection, all of infinity, all of Shekinah, all of Elohim, all of God. It's the divine mandate over my life, over humanity's existence, my inner space, or my God inside, my soul, my highest presence, gave me the task to become everything I was created to be, everything that I am in the I am, to allow for the avenue for humanity to come into its dharmic purpose, for humans to become our dharmic purpose, limitless potentials in the tangible, infinite potentials with the illusion of form or finite. Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Schneerson. In fleshly animation and youth. You too, you and Asiyah. You be your authentic truths. You be who you innately know that you are. You will be who you innately know in which we are. Dimensions of the infinite sea. Infinite creation. I will relax into the love or my innate divine wisdoms. And so it shall be, and so it is ordered. Shalom. Graduation day. Last night was pretty significant. I don't want to gaslight mine or your existences. Every moment is significant. The Center Intelligence Agency declassified documents pertaining to the valid nature of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is protected by forces that are the oneness of all things. Do you remember reading about curses placed on archaeologists that dug up ancient Egyptian tombs? Yeah. Tampering with the Ark of the Covenant, if you don't have the energetic embodiment or keys within your energetic embodiment to do so. Curse times 100 trillion. What's in the Ark of the Covenant? Epoch. The age of unconditional love. Thankfully, I am the codes. And gratitude expressed for the infinite dimensions of existence that are also the codes. And gratitude to evolution. In a past life or another dimension of myself, I was an agent in the Illumination system, an ancient spiritual organization that defends the evolution of human consciousness, the growth and balance and wellness of humanity. We become reacquainted this lifetime, this dimension of the self, as Ashley. While I was sitting in my home in the States, an Illumination system agent, Larry, spiritually communicated with me using extrasensory perception, multidimensionality, to offer his presence in my podcast, to assist as humanity awakens. Simultaneously, he was cloning my energy to retrieve the findings within the Ark of the Covenant to liberate humanity. I am sure the Covenant is in great hands. Being that the Epoch energy is an omnipotent force that you truly cannot control, you are able to harness the energy, embody the energy, to follow the guidance, universally aligned, to contribute your authentic frequency, beingness, wellness, medicine to creation. Another day in the simulation. Let's see what's cooking good looking with wellness and balance. Okay. An instant message from the luminescent system. Let's see what's going on today. We are stimulation. But this is not a drill. But what does this mean? Is it done? Did we do it? Did we do it? What does this mean to you, Ashley?
We made the impossible possible. Yeah. That's why we're celebrating. God in the physical, we're angel nation. God in the physical, we're angel nation. We were created. Love is on fire. There are many, my civilizations that are. Love is on